All right. You guys want steak and eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get some more bodies here. I want some more bodies. I want people with a pulse. I've got
People
5.
with a pulse.
I want people with a pulse. I've got 5.
And both eyes open.
That's right. Yeah, I promise I won't put them to sleep. Okay. So I'm gonna do, before I speak on eggs, I am going to, which I love eggs, and these wonderful local farm fresh eggs are beautiful. I am going to put some steak, some flat iron steak that I got from Porterhouse, a nice meat market here in Eagle. Dave from Porterhouse was kind enough to throw me some flat iron steak so you can try it. You like steak and eggs?
Oh yeah.
Then you're in the right place. All right, I am going to make you suffer for a few minutes of educational dialogue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this steak going, and then I'm going to turn my attention to making an omelet for you guys. And I'll make a big one, and then cut it into some pieces for you to try. But I have a smoking hot grill right here, and I'm going to throw this. Now, flat iron steak, how many of you have heard of it? It's become popular the last few years. How many of you have cooked it? How many of you have tried it? Well, you're going to try it. Okay, Porterhouse is a meat market right across the street over by the Chevron over there. How many of you know where it is located? Porterhouse does a great job. Anyways, oh, by the way, yesterday, so I'm like pulling out, Dave's pulling in, and he's going, dude, he's way excited. He says, I just came from the airport. I got 100 pounds of Copper River or something River Reds. Copper River Reds, I guess. And so I'm like, yeah. And so then I whipped it around. I couldn't resist. I turned around and went. It's just beautiful, wonderful fresh salmon, actually, that he buys right off the boat from Alaska. So, anyways, but as you can see, I am not using his salmon. I did a few weeks ago, but I used some of his king a few weeks ago. And so anyways, you won't find better seafood and meats in Idaho than you will over at Porterhouse. Does a great job.
Where does that come from on the cow?
Okay, excellent question. Where does this cut come from? It comes from the chuck, but it's on the upper side. It's called the top blade, but the retail cut is kind of known as a flat iron steak. It's a top blade is the cut off the cow, off the animal. Here I just treated this with a little olive oil. I put a little bit of Starlight Herbs kitchen sink blend. Florence over there does a wonderful job with her blends. She doesn't load them up with a bunch of salt. Okay, so you're really getting your money's worth, but then we will hit our steaks with some salt. Okay, just for the season factor. And how you doing?
Good. How
Good.
are you?
I'm all right, thanks. All right.
I'm gonna say you're not looking to impress people because you're not going very high.
So you want to impress your friends when you're seasoning food, right? Just hold your hand up higher, right? None of this, none of these shakers, right? So you go like this. Now, this is a very, very valuable culinary tip I'm showing you, okay? You hold your hand up high, right? Now that's worth the price of admission alone, huh?
Yeah,
Right?
you bet.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay, so I'm hitting this flat iron steak with a little bit of Starlight Herbs, kitchen sink blend. It's really versatile. The demo I did 2 hours ago. By the way, Saturday I'll do a demo at 10:30 and 12:30. So I want to see you here at 10:30 and 12:30. Okay? Kitchen sink blend. I used it in something a couple hours ago. What did I use? What did I do? Oh, I seasoned some elk with it, right? Yeah, we did some elk with squirrel pilaf. Okay. So, anyways, I'm going to retire that fork because it touched the raw meat. In a couple minutes, I'm just going to kill that heat and let it ride out and sort of rest a minute, even though I'm just going to leave it on the grill. And I'm going to cook it to about medium rare, maybe medium, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, we're pretty darn rare. How do we know that? Okay, testing for doneness. Why would I touch it? Okay?
Resistance.
The muscle fibers tighten up. They get more tight and firm as the meat cooks, as it heats. Okay, I know what the raw product felt like. Why? Because I seasoned it. I felt it. Between the time I bought it and the time I put it on the grill, I touched it. Okay, so I hit it with olive oil, hit it with some kitchen sink blend. Her herb pepper blend is a great one also. I like those two, the herb pepper blend and the kitchen sink blend. They're really versatile. Anyway, so I know what the raw product feels like. It's going to be a little more firm as rare. Like this one is, well, they're all really, really quite rare still. So we probably need about 3.5, 4 minutes, and I'll kill that heat, okay? You think I can talk for 3.5 or 4 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We know. We have heard before.
Hecklers
I was a
in the
very
audience.
shy child growing up. You need to know these things. Oh my gosh, you're not believing me. No, I'm serious. And when days that I do demos or classes, I do classes across the street. Days that I do demos or classes, I have to have my quiet time. Like I'll like sit when I do a class in the evening. I'm talking for 3 hours, so I can't talk like all day. I have to be quiet. Okay? She's trying to get me talking. Anyways. So if you cook the meat well done, it's going to be very firm. My daughter, Paige, whom I adore, she likes, quote, hard steak. She wants something on which to chew, okay? She likes to cook more on the well side, okay? And so anyways, but in my opinion, if you're going to drop a decent chunk of change for a nice hunk of protein from porterhouse, I don't think you should cook it past medium. But that's just my opinion, okay? Yeah, if you want to cook it well, fine. It's still going to be great. You're going to love it. But to leave a little blush in there is not a bad thing, okay? So I'm going to treat this steak very kindly. And again, what cut do I have here?
Flat iron.
Flat iron. Comes from the top side of the chuck. The butcher would know that as a top blade. Top blade. Whenever you're cooking with a dry heat method, that would maybe roasting, broiling, grilling, or sauteing. I don't care if the heat's coming from here or here. Above or below, it doesn't matter. But if you have dry, in other words, no moisture, olive oil and butter doesn't count, okay? If you have no moisture, high heat, relatively short period of time, you need a steak or a piece of meat that is relatively tender by nature. Because why? You get off what you put on. If you're gonna get an economical cut, like pork shoulder, beef chuck, stuff like that, something labeled as stew meat, you need to give it a moist environment, low heat for a long period of time. Low and slow for a long period of time. A pot roast is a braise. You can use economical cuts for that. In this case, we want to use something that's nice, excellent quality. Again, you get off what you put on when grilling is the name of the game.
I like your barbecue tongs.
You like that? Yeah? I grabbed a fork to do that to perform that task. Asbestos hands, I don't know. So I'm still really pretty rare right there. See? See how it's fleshy and squishy? This one I'm actually rare here. I'm very, very rare there. And I'm rare here. Okay, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. We're going to take it up to about medium. Okay, and yes, you're going to get a chance to try this stuff. So I don't even know if I should wash that hand. I want to talk about eggs. Chase Farm right here in Eagle. It's Chase Farm, right? Farm. Chase Farm. Very good. I have their cards right there. Is this your first year? Yes. Very nice. Welcome. And I'm totally excited when I can find wonderful, local, fresh products. I have some of their eggs right here. I'm going to make an omelet with these eggs. They're beautiful, nice perky yolks, round, not flat. That's one measure of whether or not you have fresh eggs. See how nice and round they are? Okay, now when you have wonderful eggs, when you have chickens that are treated kindly and given an opportunity to live a happier life than your average factory product, you know, I think personally we should take advantage of such an opportunity to support such a business. Now this guy here needs to come off. I think we should take advantage and patronize a business like this. Now, this is a exact indicator of what you will get when you buy their eggs. This is an egg from the local Mega Mart, okay? And it was actually labeled large egg. I bought a dozen of these for $1.25. You're at about 10 cents an egg, right? Guess what? I have no problems personally paying $4 for a dozen eggs. I have no problem with that. Why? Because I'm looking at a 20-cent difference between that and that with a much more nutritious product, buying a local product. So we're feeding those that we love, or I almost wanted to say we love, because if you're feeding them this, come on, can you spare 20 more cents? I don't know, you decide. All right, really, 20 cents? These are much more nutritious. They're much higher in nutrients. They're much lower in cholesterol. You should have no problem with eating. They taste far better. Absolutely. I'm going to show you how to make an omelet here in a minute. How many of you like to make omelets, or maybe how many of you are intimidated by an omelet? No? I got no response with either question. Intimidated? How many of you like making omelets? You're savvy, right? Yeah, nice. How many of you, now how many markets can you attend in this here valley and actually have someone feed you steak and eggs? Huh? Yeah.
Just one.
So am I going to see you next week? Am I going to see you today with bags of stuff full that you are when you leave the premises?
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I know what I'm having for lunch. But anyways, I would like to let you taste this. So you need to work with me here, guys. Okay? I did? Do you regret it? You don't regret it. That's right. So yeah, you need to get yourself a decent hunk of steel, right? Some nicely crafted wood products, right?
Right.
Yeah. So here we are. We're rare. We're pretty darn rare. I'm gonna kill this right here and just leave those sit there. I'm gonna wash up, do something with these eggs. So an egg consists of protein. The white just consists of protein and water. A few nutrients. Okay? The yolk is what's loaded with all kinds of good stuff. And if you're getting something that, now, I really do have something against factory farmed eggs. Now, I've worked for years in commercial kitchens. Well, we blaze through these things by the case, literally. Hundreds and hundreds. I've owned pastry shops where we've gone through thousands of eggs in a week. And granted, we're buying bulk product here. But when I have the chance to put a wonderful product on the table for those whom I love, what do you think I'm going to do? For 20 cents? Come on. So that's the difference. That's the difference right? That you're looking at. Okay?
Now you own Chase Farms, is that right?
I do not. I do not. And I receive zero compensation for promoting her product.
I let him have a couple.
Oh, she's going to let me have the residual eggs. So you're going to get a small omelet to split. I do not own Chase Farms. Nope. I don't own Starlight Herbs. I don't own Three Horse Ranch. I'm a freelance chef. I do all kinds of stuff in a variety of venues. I'll tell you what I do. Here's what I do. I do classes across the street. Take some of those. Are they lots of fun? Did you actually learn anything though? Oh, good. Okay, thanks. I actually do some stuff with Porterhouse. I'm doing some multi-course wine dinners with Porterhouse right here. Take some info. They handle the wine, I do the food. I'm just a food guy. All right, so anyways, take some info. So these are eggs, okay? Wonderful farm fresh eggs. And all I'm gonna give it is salt and pepper, okay? Salt and pepper. Get yourself some nice handcrafted wood products from this market. You won't regret it. All right, so I'm gonna give it a generous twist of white pepper. I just don't want the flecks in there, but I don't care. Use black pepper, use white pepper. Okay, all I'm gonna do is whip it with a fork. I'm gonna boost my heat over here. All I have is butter in the pan. Okay, a little bit of butter, a generous dab of butter. To make an omelet, very simple, guys, very simple. I have all my stuff ready. I get pan hot. I put butter in pan. I get butter hot. And I keep my heat up. Okay, now there's a couple schools of thought with doing omelets. One is to flip it or no, not flip it. I personally don't flip it. I've done a variety of, supposed to keep a straight face and do this, okay? Watch it, okay?
I thought you were aware of it.
I thought so too. I thought I felt something hit my shoe. It's hard for me to regulate the heat out here sometimes when I can't see the flame. I've done some consulting for restaurants and startups and stuff. I have seen people get fired for not flipping the omelet when the chef wanted the omelet flipped. Granted, the dude was hired back the next day because we needed him. So anyways, I don't flip it. But check it out. Here's what you do. We want a hot pan, okay? All I did was whip a little air into my eggs. And I don't like the eggs all overcooked and dry and rubbery and chewy. But I don't like them browned either. But I don't want them all loose and saucy and runny. So what are we gonna do?
I don't know.
Nice. I should have a tip jar out there and say fill that, and then I'll show you. Gotta get something out of this besides the satisfaction that I can show you how to make good food.
So that's just eggs. There's no.
I'm sorry?
That's just eggs. There's no milk or anything.
You saw what I put in there. Egg, salt, pepper. Okay? Egg, salt, pepper, hot buttered pan.
Butter.
And the tension builds. Yeah, but I'm doing a bigger omelet than you're gonna do at home, right? My eggs are going in the pan, and I am simply gonna stir for about 5 or 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, I'm probably about 10 seconds, right? All I'm gonna do is stir that, and then I'm gonna let it go, okay? Now, I've already halfway cooked the eggs. Now I'm gonna make an omelet. Okay, so I wanna set the bottom, and then I'm gonna release it a little and let some of this other stuff run under, okay? And I'm gonna keep this off the edge because I don't want any dry, rubbery, chewy bits, okay? You're gonna try this at home, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is the point at which some people would say flip the omelet. But frankly, I don't want to wear eggs, and I don't want to get on your nice blue. You know, I like blue. I like blue and yellow, but I don't want to do that to you. So here's what I'm doing: is I'm taking the loose stuff and putting it under in contact with the hot pan. Okay? Now granted, we could flip this right now because enough of it has set. Okay? But this is actually the point at which some chefs in a commercial kitchen would put it under the salamander, which is a broiler, and they would cook the top like that. But you would be achieving the same thing if you did flip it. So we could, but I don't want to wear it. Okay? So I'm just going to take it easy here, and when I roll this onto the plate, which I actually used a nice platter here for you, I'm going to kill the heat. There's enough residual heat in that pan to get me through the rest of the way. Okay, so I don't want it browned. I'm already browning a little bit, but as I roll it into the pan, the heat from the underside is going to cook that loose stuff that's on the top, okay? Whoops, I browned it a little more than I wanted to. Don't use high BTU camp burner in your kitchen. Don't go to the garage and bring one in for the sake of doing it how you saw me do this, okay? So I'm just going to roll this onto the pan, onto the plate. And I browned it a little more than I wanted to as I was yakking or grabbing stuff.
But it's pretty.
But see, here's what I want. I want it very, very lightly toasted if I see any brown. That's just personal preference. Granted, I see a lot of omelets go out of people's kitchens or commercial kitchens that are pretty darn brown. Okay, so hence all that cheese, and then it was put in the oven before you actually got on your table. Cheese, sauce, all that kind of stuff hides a multitude of sins, all right? So that's what was going on. That's why your omelet was loaded with cheese. So anyways, you could roll anything you want in there. What I would do is at the point I determine, I'm going to take it out of the pan in a minute, is when I would then put stuff on. David Porterhouse has wonderful smoked salmon, the best. I used to live in Puget Sound. I've had smoked salmon. David Porterhouse, I have had none better. Man, and so I got some for a gig. I'm doing a gig tonight for 200, and smoked salmon I have some rolled up with some dill cream cheese, garnished with low caviar. I use his salmon. It's awesome. So I would put some of that in there. Maybe some fresh chopped parsley or dill and roll it up. Maybe a little cheese, maybe not, I don't care. However you want. So wonderful, right? You want to try it? I need to make sure I know what I'm serving you first. Hold on. What? No, I'm genuinely interested in how well it is seasoned. Okay? You just think I wanted to commandeer a bite. That works. That's worth eating, guys. All right, so, I mean, can we talk? The grocery store's selling you this as a large egg, right? But you're gonna get some right here at the market. These nice ones, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's cut some steak for you guys. So this is flat iron from Porterhouse.
That's okay because we're out actually this week.
Elk, right here, Timber Butte Elk Ranch. Nice. Go grab some of their steaks. Wonderfully nutritious. Very high and rich in omega-3s because it's entirely pastured on grass. It's not pumped up on grain prior to harvest.
I have some legumes and I have some.
So I would probably just.
I have mixed, and in July my.
Are you digging that?
Yeah.
About that tip jar. I'm just kidding. I'm not groping for money handout. Sorry.
No, we're not free range, but we are cage free because we have predators.
Okay, so you call that medium or?
Yeah, it's medium. Sure.
Right.
Sure. It might even be a little further along, but this is so darn tender. Gee whiz, I thought we'd be rare. It's so darn tender. It was giving me a nice soft indicator, right? Let's see where these are. Yeah, see, we have some nice blush. Heck, I could even pass that off for medium well. But then I could pass it off for a medium rare maybe just by virtue of the tenderness of this darn high quality stuff you're eating. So, you know. Oh, here we go. Here's some rare. Here's some rare for you guys. Nice. So now you guys are going like, I'll have mine rare, please, sir. So, I didn't mean to open that conversation for the sake of taking orders of doneness. But you said we could have a sample. Yeah? Maybe. Yeah, I'll set you up. I'll set you up. Yeah, we're medium well here too. Yeah, so darn nice and tender, wonderful. Yeah. Dave really does have good meats over there, but I also want you to consider the nice, wonderful elk here. From the market. Reintroduce those juices. Nice. Nice. Gonna get that off my fine handcrafted wood cutting board. Oh, you know, it'd be really good. Like some wraps. Okay, let's say you want to make an omelet like you have in your like sushi rolls and stuff like that. Just put a little sugar in there when you put your salt and pepper in there. Put about the same amount of sugar as you do salt and make the omelet really thin. And then fold it over as it cooks. It'll cook quickly. Just make it really thin and then fold it over and then cut it. And then you can roll it up in your nori sheets. Maki rolls, right? Some egg? Okay, you want it slightly sweet. Cool. And then, but heck, since we're talking on the subject, why don't we just take and we could even do something like this, right? Some of these guys here. And you know what? Since they were your eggs, great job on the eggs.
Oh, awesome.
So someone asked if I own Chase. Actually, she secretly were married, and I just wanted to see her reaction. See, she choked on it.
That's a secret I didn't even know.
Now that's secret.
How am I going to serve you some of this? Darn, you're wishing I'd brought the bigger cups, huh?
Yeah. So are you.
What?
Nothing.
No, I'll take the plate. All right, so what do you guys like about coming to the market? You go
Visiting.
visiting? Who do you visit? You come and say hi to me, which I appreciate. Thank you. Oh, you're so nice. So, do you go to other markets in the valley? Yeah? Huh? Never? Yeah, right. Okay.
You know where the best is.
Yeah, sure. Ira Powers has this lettuce. It's wonderful red. It's a red butter. It's wonderful. You know what? I need some efficient way to serve you guys. Alrighty, what am I gonna do here? You know what I feel like doing is just laying this on a piece of lettuce with a piece of egg and a piece of steak and let you come up and just grab right off of this. What do you think? Because you're gonna then get more than I could ever fit in these little deals. Is that a good deal? Yeah, you prefer that?
Yep.
You like that? Nice. Very nice. Are you? Okay, so Three House Ranch was nice enough to provide something. I'm not sure what it is. Very good, thank you. Very good. Steak and eggs with the cab. Cab Merlot blend.
Nice.
Alright, so let me see what I can. And please always use proper technique and never cut directly on plates. Right?
We're judging.
Exactly.
Yeah. Judging me.
We all
Judging my
do.
technique.
No.
Yeah.
Feed them, they'll forget.
So that's porterhouse steak. Huh?
This is flat iron from Porterhouse. Yeah. Yeah, I want you also though to try the elk from here at the market. But do, by all means, grab some fresh eggs. You won't regret it.
Fresh is so much better.
So much. All right, I want seven of you at least to come up here, and I'll keep working. I promise.